The series has shifted north, but Chris, the storyline remains the same. William Nylander's status. Will he or won't he for Game 3?
Mark me down for won't he, just based on what we saw. There's one key piece of information from the skate. He stayed out late and did work with the scratches, and my entire career, I've never seen someone do that and play in the game. Now, Sheldon Keefe left the window open, I suppose, as a possibility that he'll play in the game. William Nylander took one line rush where he was on a regular line. It looked like Nick Robertson was a placeholder for Austin Matthews, who wasn't the skate. So there may have been some chicanery there or something that would suggest he won't play. But, really you let your eyes tell the story here. It's not what your ears do, because everyone, fibs come playoff time in terms of what's going to go on with their lineup. And it just looks to me like Nylander, despite now skating for a third time where we've seen him since he last played a game, is just not going to be able to get in there. And you can only imagine how difficult that must be for a player who played every single regular season game for this team.
Well, Matthews came through with Nylander out in Game 2, 3 points. You mentioned he wasn't on the ice this morning. That's rare for him to miss a team skate. Is this something or nothing?
Oh, it's something. I mean, look, it's the playoffs. Everything matters. And the fact that Austin Matthews played 23 minutes in the Game 2 win, was so dominant, was among the game's leaders in terms of hits thrown. I mean, it's a physical sport. It's a tough time of year to play. He's far from the only one I can imagine that might be playing through a little bit of something, not at 100% quite. And so the fact that he would sit out a complete team skate is notable. No reason to think he's not going to play Game 3. Not suggesting there's anything grave going on, but certainly as the playoffs go along, most teams abandon skating altogether at a certain point beyond playing the games, and the fact that Austin Matthews may be getting there a little sooner, something certainly we'll be tracking closely.
A quiet start to the series for Mitch Marner, 0 points through the 2 games. He is taking some heat in this market. The Toronto Sun cover declared him the invisible man this morning. Is the criticism fair?
Well, criticism's fair, for top paid player in the league, someone counted on to score when you don't score goals. I mean, I've covered series where Steven Stamkos is getting those questions in Tampa. Sidney Crosby in Pittsburgh, even when they were on the way to winning cups, had some times where he didn't always score in each game. It does come up. I think there's been a bit of nuance missed in some of the Marner discussion here locally. I mean, playing most of the games against David Pasternak's line, he's really being counted on defensively. And, it is only 2 games. And he would have had an assist if the Tyler Bertuzzi goal in Game 2 had stood, Bertuzzi striking that one with a high stick. And so, I think that the focus on Mitch is natural. Criticism is part of the game, but, a little bit calm down, everyone. If it's 3 or 4 games into the series and we're in the same spot, I can understand it a little more. But, let's face it, this guy has 47 points in 52 playoff games. I'm betting on him, getting some points here soon.
And the Leafs are betting on getting a boost from the fans here. This is the towel. Bring the passion here is what they're looking for tonight. It did not help them, though, last year when they were 1-5 in this building in the playoffs. A better road team in the playoffs last year, and they were better on the road in the regular season. 4th overall in points percentage, just 19th in home points percentage.